Good morning, good afternoon, whatever time it is where you may be viewing. It's time, friends. We're going to take this Pro Mac 850 McCulloch and we're going to give it a little run. I want to run this stock. I'm curious. We already timed the saw. I'm curious how it runs. I'm not sure. McCulloch's time weird, but they run pretty strong. A lot of them do. So I'm really interested in porting these, like really interested, because they're so odd. These are the only saws that time like this. McCulloch was on their own path, and they did things completely different than any power saw builder. We got a 24 full comp EXL, and this is a stock chain. I don't even think that I've sharpened this chain. I may have touched it once. Stock razor, stock chain. There's a 18, 20 inch piece of wood that's blown over. We're gonna go and cut with this thing. I want to make sure as a power saw builder that this saw starts, idles, and tunes properly. I am going to take it apart, which may introduce air leaks, but if we have an air leak now, I want to figure it out before I take the saw apart. This saw is probably going to be on this channel for a while. I am going to incrementally go farther and farther and farther on this saw. The Super Pro 70 I built runs really strong, but it's not a giant wood saw. I want to make this a 32-inch bar pulling machine. You know, I think I can do it. I really do. So when I run this thing, I'll let you guys know what I think. And Buckin wants to run ported Mac 850s, so why can't I do that for him? I'm actually super excited to run this thing. You know, friends, I'm just a fella in my shop working on power saws. It's super cool that you guys come here. So, you know, I really appreciate you. All of you out there in YouTube land. You guys comment, you email. Just thank you. It means a lot to me. I'm living the dream one day at a time, and it's so cool that I get to share it with you guys. I've never run one of these. I've never worked on one of these. I'm just a fella, and it's like we're gonna learn the ins and outs of these power saws together. Okay, we're gonna load this up with the truck, mix up some fuel, and we're gonna give her a quick little run and just see what the dealio is. I hear these run strong. I'll let you guys know what I think when we're done. It's beautiful summer day. Sun's beating down. This is the kind of day that I picture when it's 30 below here and we're in a desolate ice age like we are every winter. This is, here friends, okay. Listen to that. Big Manitoba sky. Anyhow, friends. This is the stuff that keeps a guy going, you know? At least for me. Whatever makes it for you, you gotta have this kind of stuff. I love just being in nature. Also, I love having friends. Oh, I should have unclipped you guys again. Just hanging out with you guys. This is Buckin's Pro Mac 850. I've never run one of these, period. I've never run an 80cc Mac. Those of you that have been around know there are no Macs here. This is a 24-inch full comp. This is a fresh loop of Oregon EXL, 24-inch. There we go. Buckin sent me the saw and said, make sure you run it stock before you port it. So that's what we're gonna do. Pretty cool. I forgot to put this bolt in earlier. Don't worry, Buckin, I didn't lose your bolt. Okay, so this is an 82cc McCulloch. Legendary, full wrap. It's got anti-vibe. I'm really excited to run this. Now, we don't know how the saw runs, so the other part of it is I want to make sure that as this thing gets warm, you know, it doesn't need crank seals or anything before I port it. But this is a test and tune. I want to know what we're starting with. You Mac guys know how these run. I don't, so I'm just a fella, and I know what I know. So I'm gonna put some bar oil in here. Make sure this thing oils good. Make sure it. Oh, I always. Okay, friends, I gotta put my back to you for just a second, and I am gonna spill probably because I always do. I always put the bar oil in first, and then I fill the gas up because these things have a habit of leaking. There we go. I'm learning, Mac people out there. So yeah, just nice to have friends. He sent me this saw and he said, see how it runs, and I was like, what? Right on, buddy. I'm super excited. We are running optimal 45-1. I don't run 40-1 or 32-1 or any of that. I run the same mix in every saw. Well, let's fire this thing up and see how it runs. I have not started this today. Here, friends, we'll just move you over here. I'm just having a chill afternoon. So glad you guys could join. Okay, let's just... Well, we certainly know that the oiler works. I don't know what's going to be left of this tree, so... Whoa, ho, ho. Okay, I get it now. I get it. Here, let's have a closer look at this thing, friends. Just have to set the carb up. This thing pulls pretty hard. It's got good RPM. Yeah, friends, this thing cuts. It really does. I didn't doubt it. This thing cuts. What more can I say, friends? Buckin wanted me to try a Mac. Buckin loves these. I think this is his favorite Mac other than the big ones, right? So I have never tried one. It pulls. She's crisp though. I got her right on the ragged edge, but a little fat, it's not the same. You squeak that high jet just a little bit, and she runs. Idle's good too. If this is Buckin soft, it's used to having a race car driver drive it. It'll just be me today. I like this soft. It runs good. Let me clean the screen here, friends. There we go. Hi. I like that. That thing pulls pretty good. And now, this is not huge wood, but this is what I cut a lot of the time. So I can compare this to a lot of other saws. And yeah, considering how old this thing is, she cuts, eh? Let's go back to the truck, get a drink of water, and let's talk about this here machine. There we go. We've been getting heat waves here, friends. Just want to check something here. Okay, friends. Well, that was fun. I will probably cut with this one more time before I poured it. Here and there's so many snags and things around here. It's incredible. Very windy here. I've been looking at that tree for months, and I had to take it out. It's nice. It wasn't rotten at the top, but you could see the bottom there was starting to go bad. My initial thoughts on these. Well, one thing I notice about Macs is if you start them properly, meaning don't start them with a choke to start with, they don't flood, they start right away. They oil like crazy. This one's no different, and they idle. I notice Macs just sit there and they'll just sit there for a tank of fuel. I think it's the rotating weight of the bottom end of these saws. They're very, very heavily built. It pulls RPM. I'd almost like to run this against my 5200 counter vibe. The 5200, the mounts are broken still. I have new mounts though, so we're gonna fix that one of these days as soon as I get a free moment. I really like this saw. Now, what are we gonna do with it? Well, because we timed it, we know it has short blowdown. It has short intake duration, just like most Macs. We got to work within the parameters of this saw. Now, this thing, okay, it's got gobs of compression. So we're gonna attempt to make this thing have more RPM and be a nasty, nasty power saw. So that's what we're gonna do, folks. I'm so happy I got to run this. Life's good for me right now. You know, to have you guys as well as Buck and send me saws that I'd never see or touch for a saw nut, which I am. It's pretty cool. So I just I want to take a moment and say thank you to everybody that watches this channel. It's so much fun, and it's pretty cool to be able to run such an iconic saw, the Pro Mac 850, and now I get to port it. I can do whatever I want with this saw. That's the fun. You know, I'm going to take it where I want it to be, and I like my saws to have gobs of RPM, so with torque, of course. So we are going to attempt to make this thing cut just like that Super Pro 70. Super high RPM, but it's still, when I'm done, I want this to pull a 32-inch bar. So Bucket wants to fall with these, and he needs power. He's cutting, there ain't a tree on this property that size, so we need this saw to pull a 32-inch bar, and that's what we're going to do, or attempt to. Again, I never know what a saw is going to do until I've done it. Any new saw that I touch, that's the fun of it. It keeps me entertained, and hopefully you guys enjoy watching it. Anyhow, as always, thanks for watching. Take her easy. Here, let's yin our way out on this video. Later, everybody. Have a great day.